Hey, are y'all okay with the idea that ICE just come along and beat the crap out of a man, out of a father of three United States Marines because of the color of his skin? Y'all, you fake ass patriots, Team Taco, talking to you. Y'all okay with that, ain't you? The father of three United States Marines. The man's been here so long, he raised three United States Marines, and they come along there in their mask because they're a bunch of pussies. And they jump on that man and proceed to beat the crap out of him because of the color of his skin. You're cool with that, ain't you? You are, yeah. I figured. I mean, it's a dumb question. I mean, oh, your racism and stuff like that. I thought maybe this one right here might tick you off a little bit. You know, beating the crap out of the father of three United States Marines. Man, I thought maybe that one right there might be too much for you. So it definitely don't bother you then that that breastfeeding woman there actively had her child on her breast breastfeeding, that ICE comes with their mask on and snatches the baby off of her and zip ties her up, arrests her, and steals her baby. You're cool with that too? Yeah, I figured you would be. Yeah, because you're some hateful sons of bitches, is what you are. Well, man, that sucks, y'all. That you like that kind of thing. But what about the elderly people up there at the Senate that was protesting in wheelchairs? There was protesting that big bullcrap bill that's going to be cutting all the Medicares and Medicaids and everything. That they was up there protesting in their wheelchairs. You okay with them all being zip tied up and arrested too for protesting up there? No, they were white. They were white. A lot of them. Most of them was white. Yeah, white. No, they weren't smearing doo-doo on the walls and busting the windows out and taking down the American flag and raising up a Trump flag and building a gallows and threatening to hang the vice president. They wasn't doing none of that stuff that y'all were doing. No, they was just peacefully protesting in wheelchairs. I mean, how much more peacefully protest can you do there from a wheelchair? You know, they zip-tied them up and arrested them there for protesting them, the government coming along and taking away their Medicare and their Medicaids and stuff and giving all their money to rich people. They was protesting that. Zip-tied them up and arrested them. You're okay with that? Now, well, even if you weren't, you wouldn't say nothing about it, would you? No, you wouldn't do that. Just like you didn't say anything about Donald F. and Trump, with his executive order there, raising your Medicare prescription prices through the roof. You didn't say nothing about that because you can't. It's just like what Mitch McConnell said the other day, that Republicans are actually worried about voting on that bill because they like, man, our own constituents, man, red states get most of this money for the Medicares and the Medicaids and stuff. And that's the people that vote for us because, I mean, we've made them dumb. We spent a generation dumbing these people down, And if we do this, they'll liable not to go out and vote for us. And you know what Mitch McConnell said? Vote for it anyway. They'll just forget about it. And you know what? I think Mitch McConnell's right about y'all. That's what it is. He can read the tea leaves. He knows what you're made of there. And he's like, look, all we got to do is cut the Medicares and Medicaids. Yeah, it's going to hurt them and everything, but look what we're giving them. Look exactly what we're giving them. We're taking brown shirts. We're recruiting, real insurrectionists into our brown shirt club here, wrapping their faces up in masks. We're going around and snatching brown people off the street. That's what they really want, the racisms and stuff. So as long as we keep giving them the racisms, they're good with everything else we do, even if it hurts them, even if it makes their mamas and daddies and stuff pass away because they don't have the medical care that they need anymore. That's okay with them. Give them the racisms. Job well done. They don't care what you do. Just give them the racisms. And that's true, ain't it there, you fake-ass patriots? It's obvious. It's so obvious. So effing obvious. That's what's going on. Now, the thing is, it ain't going to stop with just the Latino and Hispanic people. No, and I know you're cool with that too, because you want it to move on to black people too, don't you? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. So that's probably the reason why when Donald F. and Trump was out there on the campaign trail, he started making up stories about, Haitian folks eating people's dogs and cats. He's just laying down the precursor right there, implanting his little Cheeto seed in your racist ass brains that, hey, we're going to be coming for black people next. I bet you, and you know that, don't you? So you're rooting for it. Anyway, they're not going to stop there because this is straight up Nazi bullcrap what's going on, and you're okay. That's why we call you effing Nazis. Them red hats right now, nothing but a god swastika. That's what they are. So anyway, that's going to be the plan if they win the midterms there. And apparently they are planning on having some elections, because they're out there in these red states and doing everything they can do right now to make it as hard for people to vote. Already making all their plans for cutting off voting precincts, access to votes, and all that stuff that they do every single time. Trying to realign these districts and screw them all up with the gerrymander and all that to make it as difficult for people as possible. So that apparently they are planning on holding some midterm elections. They just plan on stealing them again. So anyway, all you Democrats out there, especially you lunatic left out there that told people, don't go out there and vote for no Joe Biden or no Kamala Harris because that's genocide Joe. Even though you got 95% of what you wanted, you got there convincing people just to stay home. Well, anyway, all of y'all, if you don't go out there and vote this time, we're going to be straight up Nazis around this country. That's what's going to happen. And that will inevitably lead to a civil war. It has to. So, anyway, you fake-ass patriots, I'm just wondering still, I know you're okay with the rounding up of brown people and all that, but what about zip tying and arresting elderly white people? Yeah, they're in the Senate. You okay with that too? Yeah, probably not, but you can't say a damn thing about it, right? Because as long as you're being fed that racism, everything is cool with you. F you, inmate Trump.